Today I'm going to show you an indicator that I use that is very powerful. And while there are many indicators on this platform and it's called TradingView, these are some good ones that I will go over today. And when we look into the indicators, you look for shadow range index. This one by Alpha XIOM, and when you bring this up, it will see that it has the ranges from the red to the green. So when you look at this, it will show you when the stock will become green from this sign here. When you see it starts to cross and turns green, it tells you where the trend is going. So let's take a look at it from here. So this will show you where the trend is. When it gets a darker red, it means it's in a heavy downtrend. When it's in a lighter shade of green like this one, it means that the green trend is getting weak. So like how we were here, the green trend was getting weak, and so we ended up having a downtrend, and then it stayed weak for a while, and then it started getting green again, a darker green, and so there was a little bit of buying pressure here, but then it went to red, and as we see here, it got weaker, then it got stronger in the red, and then when you look here, it went back to green. So while it may look confusing right now, when you're looking to trade on a long-term trend, you just want to pair this one with the RSI. So let's look for the relative strength index. And we will change this with the relative strength index. Is a good combination because it allows you to see more of where the market is for confirmation. So we'll go to the settings, and we want to change the RSI at the input, the length to 34. And this should give you a better confirmation when it comes to whether it's on an uptrend or a downtrend. So as you could see here, we have the numbers on the RSI. So it tells you when it's lower, when it's higher. So 40, anything 50 and below is on in a downtrend, and anything 50 and above is on an uptrend. So when we look at the RSI and the shadow range, we can see what the confirmation is. So on this one here, this stock is Google we are looking at right now. When we look at Google, we could see that it was on the bottom. So when it's on the bottom, it means it's below the 50, which it shows clearly it's on a lower trend, a downtrend. So you want to just be careful in that sense. And if you look back up to the shadow range, you'll see where the green became weaker. When it's lighter green, it's weaker. When it's brighter green, it's stronger in the market. So if you have confirmation here, once you're below the 50, to not, either you take puts on the trade if you're doing options. So in this sense, you will see from here where it says it's below 50. It'll be below 50 here. And you see the number to my right? It shows 47, 49, and right here it's still 48. So if you're that kind of person that likes to buy calls, then you definitely don't want to be buying your calls here because it's on the bottom of the 50. So it's not a good time for the stock. But while it shows it's getting green here, it's still under 50. So you would want to wait, and then you see what happened. It kept going down. So in this case, if you're a person that likes to buy puts, then you could actually play into this and buy puts right here where it says it's still below 50, and then you see it took a dip under, so you would make money just buying puts on this because you see it kept going down lower here. And if you look at the stock, it went from 138 all the way to 131, so 7 points. And then when you look at the trend becoming bullish, you could see right here where the red started to become into green. It started to change to green. So from this point where it started to change to green, would tell you it's becoming bullish. So when you look at the difference between here on the RSI and the difference between the shadow range, you could see where it's changing to green. It's already changing to green, so that would have been a good time to buy. So given that, you would have been in a bullish trend. And if you look to the stock itself, the stock here was on the bottom at 131, and then it started going up here. It started making higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, and so forth. And as you could see here, you would have been on an uptrend. And you got confirmation right here where you went over 50 here point on the RSI. So this is where the confirmation comes, and then you will be able to um, stay in the trade, because I know sometimes you could get faked out of a trade. But given the fact that you have the green still going with a little bit of red, which show you that you are in, this stock is in an uptrend, especially the fact that it went over 50 here. Right here it went over 50. And I know sometimes you could get a little confused when you look at the RSI when you see it starts to dip here. But remember, you also have the shadow range that's still in green. So in this sense, you wouldn't get faked out of the trade. But at the same time, always have risk management in where you set your stop losses so that you don't lose out on your trade. But yeah, if you stayed on that, you would have been up by several percent. So you see, it started with a weak green here, but then it started getting strength on this one here. So this is going to be an indication that it's going up. And also, if you look at these little green signs here, these are great indication that the stock is on an uptrend also. So right here it's on an uptrend, then right here it shows you on a downtrend on the red on the top here. So these are clear indications for you to follow. And let's say you were already in this trade, and with it, taking a little dip from here on the RSI, you wouldn't be shaken out of your trade if you have had a stop loss at a lower range. So you'd be able to stay in your trade all the way to the top here at this point. So let's say 130, 138 from where it was when let's say you bought in here at 131 or 131, you'd still be in your trade right now. until you got to 138. Well, where you see here, it's still showing above 50. So it actually went all the way on the RSI to 62. So it started to show like a consolidation here on the RSI. So you definitely would want to um, use your risk management in that case, because as you see, it started to turn red. So you would have made a profit from this bottom here to the top here. Remember, a stock always, when it goes up, it comes down. It must come down. It can't always keep going up. So you definitely want to set risk management, set your stop losses so that you are not losing out on your trade. However, when you look at the RSI here, you could see that your RSI is above 50. So this stock looks like it's still um, consolidating. It's still bullish also when you look up here. It's still on a green, so it's kind of bullish. But if you notice the red, it changed from green to red. So it was coming down, but slowly. So by then you would want to get out because you're holding since at this point, so you'd want to take profit. So if once you have your stop loss, you would be able to have the trade in your favor. But yeah, once it turns red, then you definitely want to come out before long. If you did not, let's say, set a stop loss. But the fact that this trade is above 50, it shows that it's still bullish. And as you could see here, it went down to 50. It went all the way down, but then it came right back up here. So right here, you see it went back into green from this point, and it went even higher. So it had higher highs. So imagine from 131 to 151. So that's like 20 points in a matter of, let's see how many days. March, from here, let me see here. So it'd be from March 6th to March 18. So about 12 days for that higher move. So definitely would have been great staying in your trade without having to cut your wins, because you would still be up at this point. Let's say you purchase a 3-month trading options, or a 1-month trading option, you'd still be in, look at this, you'd still be at profit, definitely in the money. Let's say you had a 140 call or so, you'd be in the money. But yeah, you definitely want to set your stop loss so that you're not losing out on your trade. But you definitely want to pair the shadow range index. Again, it's the shadow range index. Let's go back to that. Shadow range index by Alpha XIOM, and the RSI. And remember, you set your RSI. You go to settings right here and you select inputs, RSI length to 34. You want to change that in order to trade a longer time frame. So instead of a shorter time frame. So definitely want to look and get confirmation using the shadow range along with the RSI set in the settings to 34 for the length to be able to get the full amount of advantage to winning your trades. So let's look again at this here. Let's look at another way another way when it came down. So when it started coming down from when it started turning red, let's say you could have been in a put. You could buy your put from here all the way down on the bottom. So 151 all the way to 146. 10, like almost 10 points. So definitely want to pair these two together to be able to make your trades be successful in the whole. Don't forget the lighter shade is going to be weaker versus the darker shade means stronger. So again, the lighter shade in the green is the weaker trend in the buying pressure, and the darker green is the buying pressure getting stronger. So definitely want to look at those two when you're buying into it. So right here where it shows like it's going up here, it turned to green and it shoot up right there and it came down. So just taking a look at that overall, you could see that the trend, it works with confirmation with the RSI. So over here, for example, you can see that back in February 2024, that the stock was coming down when it reached here at 144, it turned red, and that's when you want to get out your position, because then it's, if you had a call that the stock is, sellers are in the market, so you definitely don't want to hold calls. You want to get out of your calls and buy puts if you're going to play the puts, and you would be making money if you had gotten into this put here, because it came all the way down from 143 to 130. So just taking a look at this, you definitely want to use both the RSI 34 close with the shadow range index to have winning trades. So good luck to you. Please like and subscribe for more information like this and to support my channel. Thanks for watching, and please stay tuned as I will be bringing you more indicators that are very powerful to help you in your trading journey. Thanks again. Please like and subscribe.